Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about some of the new guns from this year's SHOT Show, and specifically some of the new rifles and shotguns and stuff like that they have from, the yearly industry gun show where they usually spoil all the good shit that's coming out for the year is what it is. Honestly, I'm gonna say it like it is right now. There was not too much interesting stuff on this list right now, dude. That I have seen that hasn't already been spoiled and stuff like that is what it is. Like, yeah, you got some shotguns and some hunting rifles and stuff like that. But as far as I know, like, and again, there might be more like in the next few days and stuff like that. I'm guessing this is just the first batch of stuff. We'll talk about more of it in the future, probably most likely. But yeah, like I'm not very impressed, dude. I'm not impressed by fucking hunting rifles, bolt action rifles that cost over $1,000. I'm not fucking impressed by an AR that's like $2,000 or something like that. And they're claiming it's for like hunting purposes and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, when I can go out right now and buy an AR upper from a site chambered in 350 Legend, and then buy a lower and basically build my own, thing for about half of that, not even half that price, like a fourth of that price. It's like, why would I buy your company stuff? Like, yeah, it might be a little bit lighter and everything like that. It might be a little bit, better for the overall perspective of things, but to me, it's not really worth it, honestly. It's just like whatever, dude. So, but anyway, we are gonna talk about some of the new firearms here. We'll do some stills and stuff like that. We're not going to obviously go with prices and stuff like that for the most part because I think it's kind of whatever. But we'll talk about some of the new weapons here. So first up, we got this new bolt action rifle from Browning. It's Browning's X Bolt Speed Suppressor Ready hunting rifle. It's on the site here that I'm looking at. This freerangeamericans.us said Browning extended the X-Bolt line of hunting rifles by adding a variant of the X-Bolt Speed, the Browning X-Bolt Speed suppressor-ready rifle. Main difference is the suppressor-ready version of it between that and its original thing or whatever. So match-grade barrel has a muzzle with a 5/8 inch, 24 inch, 5/8 inch dash 24 threading, and can attach a silencer to it. So when it's unsuppressed, you can keep the radical muzzle brake attached to the attached or a threaded protector. X-Bolt Speed SR is available in 11 different chamberings, including 204 Ruger, 6.5 Creedmoor, the new 6.8 Western, and many more. Doesn't actually say what the other 8 are at that point, but thought that was interesting though. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of the few that actually does straight wall cartridges like 350 Legend or 450 Bushmaster and stuff like that. Because that's one thing that does bother me about most of these bolt action rifles and stuff like that is I've only seen a couple. Specifically, it's like Ruger, and I think there's like one other company out right now that makes a 350 Legend or 450 Bushmaster bolt action rifle. And it's like more companies need to start chambering that, dude. Seriously, for those of us in straight wall cartridge states where you have to hunt deer with straight wall cartridges, seriously, you make a reasonably priced bolt action rifle in 350 Legend or 450 Bushmaster, dude. I'm gonna buy that shit. I just will, is what it is. But the problem is you're not making it in those chamberings. It's always like some next cartridge like fucking 308 or 6.5 or even 223 for that case. And it's like, to me, it's like, dude, why? Like, I get, most states do have that, thing or whatever the case be, but there's a lot of us states right now. Like, I'm pretty sure it's over a dozen at this point that have straight wall cartridge restrictions for hunting. And it's like, why fuck us over? Like, come on, bro. Throw something at us. Give us a fucking bone once in a while, I don't know. It just seems like it could be done, but they just don't want to do it, is what it is. So, anyway. Moving on to the next in the line here. We got, or wait. Okay, this is the next one in line. This is the, what do they call this here now? This one is by Colt. It's the Colt CBX Precision Rifle System. It says Colt has gone beyond the realm of AR platform rifles for the first time since its earliest firearms at this price point, which is, just under $2,000 basically. It says new Colt CBX precision rifle is a great entry level gun for people who want to get into precision shooting. You could also do that with a fucking 22 that's about, I don't know, fourth or fifth of the price. So I'm just saying, man. But anyways, the CBX is an advanced bolt action chassis rifle that boasts features for today's competitive shooters, such as it's also customizable to fit the shooter better, and its modular design accommodates a wider range of aftermarket accessories like suppressors, weights, AICS magazines, and various optic mounts. So new CBS aluminum or CBX aluminum chassis has user adjustable length of pull cheek weld among the 15-inch extended forend featuring an AC or ARCA rail, M-lock slots for accessories, and an aggressive barricade stop. Said rifle also features an angled pistol grip, a built-in thumb shelf, QD sling cups, and an ambidextrous magazine release. That's actually an interesting one. I do like that part of it, actually. So, but yeah, it's a 5-round magazine. It's either 308 or it is 6.5 Creedmoor. So, again, oops, sorry, went back too far on that one. That was something that I posted in NE's Discord earlier. Fucking apparently indoctrination. Religion of the left is okay in fucking schools, but apparently actual real religion is not, I guess, these days. So it is what it is, man. Moving on, we got next one up to par is this new AR upper, which is, let's see where we're at now. It's a Gemtech suppressor optimized GVAC upper receiver is what they call it. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the way that they had that set up with the way the dot is on that and stuff like that, dude. If that's me personally, I'm completely redoing that entirely. Where the little Magpul M is there, that's pretty much where my dot's gonna be sitting at on any rifle. Also, I would have an actual co-witness of both the flip-up sights actually up at the time to, be a legit co-witnessing and stuff like that when I'm shooting a gun, but that's just my personal opinion on things, so it is what it is. But anyway, moving on. Said for this, Gemtech says, Gemtech GVAC upper receiver, group chambered in 5.56 NATO. Does the trademarked GVCA mean? That's a good question. Gemtech doesn't explain it in any of the marketing materials, but the GVAC is Gemtech's only upper receiver. It also happens to be optimized for suppressed shooting as opposed to just suppressor ready. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the difference is on that. That just seems weird to me. I'm guessing maybe it's has something to do with like the gas system or something in it. Maybe, who knows? That's probably what the G stands for. Something like gas vac or something would be like GV. That would make sense. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'll say that for it. The fact that it costs like double most ARs for just a fucking upper is like, get the hell out of here, bro, with that shit. So, anyway, moving on, we got another one here, which is another bolt action from old Mossberg, which actually looks pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie, if we did not have the NFA and we could actually get cans and stuff, I would want this in a hot minute, dude, for real, because it looks badass. But there's no way I'm paying for $200 tax stamp, leaving myself into Fourth Amendment rights violations by the output agencies at this point. So, anyway, that being said, what exactly is this called now? It's the Mossberg Patriot LR Tactical is what this is called. So Mossberg has added another entry to its line of bolt-action rifles with the new Patriot LR Tactical. It features the same twin-lug push-fed action that you'll find in other entries in the Patriot family, along with the minimum or medium bull barrel with a threaded muzzle. It's the same thing as every other one. The 5/8 24-inch thread thing. And an 11-degree match crown. Said Patriot LR Tactical is built for long range and PRS shooters looking for a solid entry level rig, and as such, it's available in 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, and the hot and relative new 6.5 PCR. That's cool. So, again, I'd like to see that in actual straight wall cartridges and stuff like that. Again, if I was going to use it for hunting and stuff like that. This has a 7-round mag in it, so that's cool. You can also get 10-round mags for it as well on that one. That's pretty sweet. Moving on from there, we got just another picture of the actual rifle there for the Patriot one. And then we got, jump right through about 4 or 5 of them there. Next up is this bolt action here, which is the Savage Arms Stevens 334. Basically just another bolt action, most likely pretty much same calibers, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 243. So, not much to say about that, honestly. Moving on for other hunting weapons here. We got the Stag Arms AR. This is actually one of the few ones that's actually chambered in 350 Legend, which, like I said, it's not that hard to chamber a AR specifically in 350 Legend. It's harder to do that in a bolt gun, honestly. But yeah, for the Stag Arms here, we got, let's see what it says here. Yeah, this is Stag Arms Pursuit Hunting Rifle line, which is, anywhere between just under $2,000 and over $2,000. And I'm like, dude, there ain't nobody buying that shit, dude. Maybe a couple are. Maybe a couple people will. But those of us poor people, nah, bro. Like, maybe your James Reeves of the world might be buying this shit, but those of us like myself cannot afford this thing, dude. That's just insane pricing. But yeah, it's just crazy, though. But yeah, it says rifles are available in Stag 15 and Stag 10 variations and come chambered in your choice of 350 Legend, 6.5 Grundle, 6.5 Creedmoor, or 308. So I do appreciate that they made the 350 Legend in that one. So, and I understand, like, to some extent, like, why it is what it is, price-wise, just because of the fact that when you look at the actual specs here, you got the Timony short 2-stage trigger in it, which is probably a good, like, I think $400 to $500 trigger or so in there. Most likely, it's pretty expensive. As most of those, aftermarket triggers are and stuff like that. And it's also got a leather cheek rest at the top, so that's actually another, set of money there. You got a lightweight Henson barrel, a Gemma brake device, and a CTR stock, which is not really, shouldn't be super expensive, but it probably is going to add more money to it, though. See, that's the thing, though. I can see if it came in this kind of figure, like, if it comes with the scope and stuff already, I could understand that price point. If it does not come with a scope, dude, then that's fucking bullshit overpriced, is what it is. I'm going to say, like it is, man. So, anyway. But, continuing on, though, to the first handgun of the bunch here, we got the new Beretta 80X, which is just a weird gun in general. I don't know. Like, it just feels weird. Yeah, it's the Beretta 80X Cheetah, which is a 13-round 380. Like, yeah, that's cool, man. But, like, I don't know. It just feels like the problem. Okay, so here's the problem with 380 in a nutshell right now, honestly, dude. You have a caliber that every time it's made, because it's made on the same exact tooling as 9mm, it's always going to be 2-3 times as much because they're not going to make as much of it, dude. Because they're always going to stamp out a bunch of 9mm first, and then it's whenever you would do over the thing for it is when you do 380, and that's going to be done once every year, maybe 2 years or whatever it is going to be then. And so you're going to have 380 be like for every, let's go ahead and say 50,000 rounds of 9mm that you have out in the market, you maybe have like 5,000 rounds of 380, maybe 10,000 at most. And that's why you're going to have, the shit be like double, even triple the price in some cases. So my thing is, it's like, why wouldn't you just get a 9mm? Honestly, like, why wouldn't you just go for a 9mm over a 380? Is what it is, dude. And to me, it's like, yeah, it's cute. Like, I feel like this is cute because it will fit, like, some sections of the market. Like, maybe it would be like a chick, like, I don't really want to say a chick gun, but in some cases, yeah, I could definitely see a lot of more. I can see a bunch of women actually carrying this for self defense. Specifically just because of the higher round capacity. Because there's a lot of 380s on the market right now, dude, that don't really have that much round capacity to them. I know I think it was Caitlin Bennett was talking about carrying a Ruger LCP before, which is like a 6-round mag. So you're basically doubling, more, I should say more than doubling the round capacity there with this particular firearm. And I could easily see something like that being concealed on a small frame woman and stuff like that is what it is, dude. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe that's the market is for. Who knows? But my thing is, it's like, I don't know. I just don't. I feel like there's so many. I feel like there are so many new firearms owners that are females in this country, dude, that have already gone to 9mm. It's like, why would they go down a step to 380? And the thing is, you're actually talking about with 380 specifically, there is slightly less penetration on it, dude. That's why, honestly, with most 380 caliber stuff, it's better to carry ball ammo than it is to carry fucking any kind of actual hollow points and stuff like that, because they're not going to penetrate as far, dude. And that's why you should honestly be more going to 9mm, because it has a little bit more powder charge to it. It has a little bit heavier bullet to it and stuff like that. And if you're going to have to be in a self-defense encounter, you're going to be better off with a 9mm at that point. So 3D, dude. So anyway, moving on to the next one, which is the new Canik SXF Rivals. These look fucking sweet, dude. Especially, I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I love that fucking that like silver on black there at the top. That looks bad fucking ass, dude. And then you also have like this variation that they were showing, which looks even more badass. It looks like some John Wick shit right there. Like, that just looks fucking awesome, dude. Like, I would be all down for that stuff. So anyway, but yeah, going to that though, says the Canik XSX SFX Rivals S. I'm gonna get that all out. So the Turkish-made competition pistol from Canik takes their features from the other one and wraps them into an all-steel frame. The new optic-ready Rival S as the weight shooters need to manage recoil when every shot placement counts against fierce competition. The new handgun will initially be offered in a striking chrome frame and all black. Okay, so it's chrome. That's the one I was talking about. I want that chrome real bad is what it is, dude. So in the box, you will find a ton of accessories. Each of them comes with two 18-round magazines with two aluminum mag base plates, a mag loader, an external mag well, which I'm guessing would be the little, what you call it for like larger mag well stuff or whatever, a custom holster, a Canik punch and toolkit, a cleaning kit, 5 optics plates, additional fiber optic sights, 3 grip back straps, 3 different sized magazine release extensions, and the case itself is a water-resistant 2-tier travel case. That is fucking, like, for what you, dude, like, and the MSRP on that's, like, still under a G? Like, bro, like, that's fucking worth it to me, honestly. Like, that is nice, man. And like I said, when you're actually looking at not only that, but then you're also looking at the other ones there, specifically, like I said, the chrome one there, that looks fucking awesome, dude. Like, I would totally throw down the money on that bitch if I was gonna do competition shooting and stuff like that. Is what it is for 3-gun and whatnot. Yeah, that to me is 100% worth it at that point, dude. Like, you're getting what you're paying for there, man, for sure. And then next up, we got another handgun. This is the FN's things for this year. It's the FN 450 or 545 and 510, which is a 45 and a 10 millimeter respectively. So with FN's 545 and 510, the designers at FN do 3 main things. They expand their tactical pistol line, which started with the FN 509 pistol, to include 45 ACP, and for the first time, a 10 millimeter handgun. Second, handguns come with extended magazines, so you not only get to carry a big bore cartridge, but you also can carry with 22 rounds of 10 millimeter or 18 rounds of 45 ACP. That is fucking nice, dude. That being said, the price on this, it's a little bit more expensive than the Canic is. A few $100 more, actually. But my thing is, it's like, if you really wanted to go that route, man, like, and that's want that to be your carry gun and stuff like that, like, I'm not against it, man. Or if you're like out in like, I don't know, like the Alaskan wilderness or some shit like that, like having a 10 millimeter with 22 rounds in it, dude, that's a pretty good deal, man, for taking down like bear and moose and shit like that, honestly, dude. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then we got next up is what is this? It's a SIG of some kind. The SIG P320 AXG Competition Legion. Yeah, cool. Hopefully they fix their issue with the P320s before this, dude, because I know that they used to have a few with like police departments and stuff like that where the shit was able to fire on its own is what it was. I know they got sued over that one, so hopefully they got that stuff all fixed up is what it is. But anyway, it is what it is, man. And then there's a different version of it just sitting on the side there. Next up, we got this thing, which is really fucking badass. This is actually one of the things I think is very good innovation in the overall gun market, and something we don't see much of is what it is, dude. Just like this is kind of like a new version of, like, the way I look at this gun right now is I look at this bad boy as a new sort of Medusa 47 kind of deal, which is specifically, this is called the, what's it called here? This is the Zank, I think is how I pronounce it, ZENK RZMK 357 bullpup revolver, which is weird that you're having a 357, right? But then the ammo that's in front of it is fucking 22. Like what? Like what the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would that not be 357 or 38 special rounds, and instead it's actual rimfire, literally 22 LR in front of it? That just seems dumb. Like, real dumb. But yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. And then you look at how it cracks open there, the barrel and stuff. That looks bad fucking ass, dude. And to me, honestly, like, the only issue I have with that is the way it's like set up and stuff. I'm assuming it has to be like sort of like individually loaded, if that be the case. Like, you can't just like speed load that motherfucker down, because like just the way it like sitting in there and stuff. It looks like you have to basically rotate the barrel to put every round in, is what it is. That being said, like, that's a cool design and stuff like that. My only thing that I have an issue with on it, though, is when you look at the bottom of it, though, it almost looks like there's like an empty space in the bottom of the mag well there, dude. So I'm confused as shit by that part of it. But everything else, like, sort of lines up, though. But yeah, I could definitely see this. There's no MSRP for it yet, unfortunately, but like, yeah, if this is a decent price, I could see a bunch of people buying these. That being said, I could definitely see this being like a couple $1,000s if that be the case when it's all said and done. And that would be no bueno for most people, is what it is, dude. So you would have to get to a price point where it would be a mass produced gun and be able to actually have people wanting to buy it for the price you're putting out there and stuff like that, not be just like a niche gun. Because unfortunately, with gun companies, that's how they basically fold up most of the time, is because they overprice shit and they wonder why people are going to buy it, is what it is. So, I mean, it's a cool innovation and stuff like that. Do I see it, depending on price point, actually going anywhere and being a contender of any kind or any feature point in the future here? Probably not. And that's a sad part of it, man. Like, it has to be good price, is what it is. But yeah, it said, imagine a top break revolver, only move the cylinder all the way back and move the hinge from the bottom and the rear of the barrel to just near the muzzle. Said Zinc LLC has revolutionized the revolver. The company says it is an interestingly worded description of its one and only product. Revolutionary design is a cross between a revolver and a conventional pistol. It says moving the cylinder so its position above the shooting hand closer to the wrist would even out weight distribution and make the gun feel extremely balanced, But there are questions. What is the firing mechanism like, and how about the hinge near the muzzle? How is this going to hold up? What's that locking mechanism built like, etc., etc. So yeah, the chamberings in this are 357 Magnum 38 Special. It's a 6-round bullpup revolver. Barrel length is 4.75 inches, and the overall weight is 33.5 ounces. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's a few others in here that are like shotguns and stuff. They're not really anything innovative and stuff like that. So I'm not even going to bother talking about them right now because, again, it's just literally a bunch of semi-auto shotguns, which are already on the market like 10 times over is what it is. So I think that's where we're going to end this one, is the cool ass break open revolver is what it is. And yeah, I like the design on this. It'll be interesting to see what the actual MSRP is for it, because like I said, if they can't do it for a good price, it's not going to last. It's just not. It's just like the Medusa 47, dude. You had that gun be one of the coolest innovations in the past probably 30 years or so. The problem was it was made in such a time where its innovation and its price point, it was basically a niche. It was a niche firearm at the end of the day, and they didn't make a whole bunch of them. And then of course they went bankrupt, is what it was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it'd be the same thing with this kind of gun right here, dude. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, I do like innovation a lot, and I think if you can do it, you can do it for a good price point, it would be fucking sweet. That being said, I would still love to get with some gun companies and start making my literal 2-barrel AR at this point, which is in 2 different chamberings, by the way. It's something I created a couple years back now. And I also would love to make the 420 whiskey round as well, which would basically be a mix between 350 Legend and 450 Bushmaster. It'll be a straight wall cartridge. So anyway, but yeah, that's about what though. Like I said, it's cool to see SHOT Show going on again. It's cool to see new guns coming out. I look forward to the Taurus TX22 competition, obviously, as well. That new 13-rounder that can fit the 16-round mags in it. People have asked like what that is even, why that's even basically on the market and what it's competing for and stuff like that. I think it's honestly going to compete against competition at this point. I think it's going to be that gun competing against their competition gun, and I think both are going to be used, honestly, in rimfire competition shooting. I think that's what they're both designed for. And I believe, truthfully, it's going to be up to shooters' preference at that point, which one they want to use. If they want to use the competition version, or they want to use the actual compact version. And it's going to be one of those situations where it's like, okay, it's up to you which one you want to use. And then you just have a bunch of 16-round or 21-round or 25-round, depending on what they are there with the extensions and stuff, for the actual competition that you're doing with the handguns and stuff. So, it is what it is. I like it. I think it's a sweet. I would love to see them make a little bit longer slide and stuff like that can actually be adjusted to the actual original TX22. And if they do that on their website at some point in the future, that would be fucking sweet, because I would love to have an optics ready version for my actual regular TX22. But until they do that, I don't know what's really going to happen here, what it is. But anyway, not much else to say, honestly. I would be here for a little bit longer, but I got a few things I got to do and getting kind of tired again. I got some stuff I got to do in the morning, some errands to run and whatnot. So, in fact, it is already 1 a.m. my time. Figure I will end this one off pretty quick here and be back later. I'll be back at some point, most likely either tomorrow or next day or sometime this week or whatever. We might actually do the 2A podcast again sometime this Friday or whatever, and just go over like all the SHOT Show firearms and stuff like that would have been, done up this week and stuff like that, and do it that way or something. So I am going to bring a new series onto the site one of these days, or a new series onto this channel one of these days, called either MTG Mondays or just MTG something, or if that be the case. And it's basically just talking about my Magic Cube is what it is. It's something I've had on this channel in the past. There's a bunch of videos on this channel that are all private now. And I would like to bring that back again for cube stuff, because I do enjoy cubing. I do still enjoy playing Magic on occasion. And it's just fun to talk about the game is what it is, dude. So And of course, we got our Touching Legacy cube, which is basically, it's more or less a modern cube with like a few legacy cards in it. So I might end up doing up a little bit again one of these days, depending on if I can get my hands on some stuff from newer sets and stuff like that, or the new stuff that's coming back. It's all like old reprint crap is what it is, from like Brothers War and stuff like that. So, but other than that, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all in the next one.